It's GT at the Vibe Podcast coming at you with another episode real quick. This will be a quick one. I just came across this short on YouTube of Pastor John Paul Miller talking about his wife. I guess he saw some text messages in her phone while she was in the hospital, and he obviously was upset about what he saw and said that that she had people saying, hey, if you want to talk to me about your husband, cool, let me know. I'll be a listening ear for you, essentially is what they were saying. Nothing crazy, nothing derogatory, nothing out of this world, but he got upset about it, and he decided to preach a sermon about it and to let his congregation know what was going on inside his home, which I feel like is personal anyway, none of their business. But it's neither here nor there. It kind of is what it is at this point. And so he goes in here, tells his congregation, and said, well, two of them are men, essentially. So he's pissed off because two of the people that had texted her were men. And so I'm gonna let him play this out real quick, and then I'll give you a quick overview.
When in the hospital, I looked at her phone and I counted over the past 2 years 18 people who had texted her and said, if you ever want to talk about your husband, you can talk to me and say anything and I'll keep it confidential. Why the heck does somebody want to hear what somebody else says about their spouse? And two of those 18 were men. I thought, I was thinking when I read that, I thought, Mark Cassidy, he's one of our elders here, and Jackie, she oversees our New Testament discipleship. Could you see Mark calling another woman and saying, you know what, I just want to tell you some things about my wife I don't like? Or could you see Jackie calling a woman or a man, either one? No, if someone wants to call you and say bad things about somebody else, that's a demon talking to you. The only way to respond is with the word of God.
So that's essentially what he said. He was upset because, people were reaching out. And, I kind of look at it like this. If people were reaching out to his wife, obviously she showed signs of something. And she was afraid to probably speak out to people in the church because he's a pastor. He's a lead pastor in this church. And so she's probably scared to reach out and say anything. So she had people that would say, hey, it's okay to reach out to us. And so he's upset. He's saying, if somebody wants to talk about your spouse, yada, 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 they're a demon. While he's sitting up here talking bad about his spouse in front of the congregation, talking about her mishaps or things that she's done. And so he's up here talking about her in a negative light, while saying if she talks about him in a negative light, it's there's somebody who's a demon. You're speaking as a demon. So he's essentially calling himself a demon because he's sitting up here speaking about her like that. He's upset, clearly, and that's part of the problem with this guy that I've seen over time, listening to some of his sermons. I've kind of dove into some of his sermons to see what this guy's about, following his story, coming to the understanding that this guy is absolutely nuts. There's a demon that's a pastor inside a church right here. He is, in every sense of the word, demonic. To call that out and say that, talking mess on yourself, which over time he's told the congregation. I've heard him preach sermons. I've watched some of the sermons that are posted up online. He's talking about his wife being depressed. You're talking down to your wife, but saying that that's demonic while you're doing it in front of the congregation, and they're listening to you, right? And she may have been in there. Think about if you're his wife and you're sitting in the pews and your husband's up there and he's talking down on you in front of the whole congregation. It's absolutely nuts. I don't understand it. I don't know what he gets out of it, what his gain is. Because in my eyes, you don't really gain anything from doing anything like that. You make yourself look bad, unless people are dumb, and then you also make your spouse look bad. And so that's my take on it. I just want to kind of give it real quick, short, because I saw this on YouTube, came across my screen. So I was like, man, let me do a video on this and kind of let people see and have people talk about in the comment section down below what you guys think about what he said. Do you find it? Obviously, talking about your spouse to other people is not good anyway. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you talk about your significant other to other people, because then you allow other people's opinions in to your marriage or your relationship, and I don't think that's a good thing. So, but that's my opinion personally. I don't put that opinion up on other people, and so I would like to kind of get a little bit of a understanding of what other people are thinking. So if you guys could comment down below, let me think. Let me and just tell me what you guys think as far as what he's doing. Like, is that okay for him to call his spouse out, first of all, in front of the congregation, but also is it okay for other people to be like, hey, in texting her, hey, if you want to say anything about your husband or anything going on, let us know. Obviously, we'll keep it hush hush. So I think there was two wrongs don't make a right, obviously. But I don't know what you guys think about it. Like and subscribe to the channel, share our stuff. I got another full episode about him coming out soon. I had some sound errors on my last one, so got those things fixed, and we're about to keep it rolling. Thank you guys. This is GT the Vibe Podcast. I'm out.